Hello and welcome to the 2025 DWR Summer Tournament Brackets Draw. I'm Aaron to you too, and with me is Destiny of a Dragon Warrior. Hello, sir.
Hello, Aaron to you too. We've concluded our group round phase of the 2025 tournament. Had tons of races involved. We got many of them on restreams, official and unofficial. We want to congratulate everyone for their participation and thank them for the participation in a successful 2025 group round phase. We are here today because we are moving forward into the brackets, and I'm sure you're all eagerly anticipating the reveal of the bracket matchups as we move forward of the top 30. A quick review of the rules here. We concluded the group phase, as we just noted, concluded today, August 16th. The top 3 players in each group will move on to the bracket round. We currently have one group that is in a tiebreaker situation. There will be a tiebreaker race on Monday to determine the second and third place finishers of the Poltergeist group. We have placeholders for those positions as that gets resolved. Otherwise, all of the seedings out of the groups have been determined between the head-to-head tiebreakers and other ways here, so that we have everyone established except 2 people in the Poltergeist. On to the bracket stage now. It is a single elimination bracket out of each match. However, each match is best of 3. So for this first round of brackets, the 2 people who have a particular matchup will have a best 2 of 3 series of races. The person who wins 2 out of those 3 will move on to the next round of brackets, and the person who does not will be eliminated. Brackets will end then with a grand finale of the top 2 players for the championship, as well as a third place race between the third and fourth place bracket positions at that time.
Indeed. And flipped over to the schedule just so you have an idea of what's going on. The first 2 rounds of bracket play are 2 weeks apiece. Part of this is because we have a lot of people participating. And part of it is because we're still kind of at the end of vacation season, and it just seems like a good idea to do that. However, after the first 2 rounds, we will narrow down to 1 round for the last 3 rounds of the tournament. And with all that said, we're going to go ahead and flip over. Give me a second, make sure I did this right. I did not. Good. Okay, there we go. We are going to go over to the final standings from our group play, as you can see on the screen.
So take a moment to take this in. A lot of you are familiar with the results up to this point. I'll just run through this quickly. We have 10 groups, the top 3 of each moving on to brackets. Out of the Fun Police, we have first seed Angel FM, second seed Beta, third seed Silly Dabbit. Out of the He's Still Here group, first seed Diabetes the second seed Hoodie Two Shoes, third seed Vrylis. Out of the Poltergeist group, that's the group with a tiebreaker yet to be decided. We know that the first seed coming out of that group is Big Slamoo. However, second and third have yet to be determined. There'll be a tiebreaker race between Jay Coper, RG365, and Bob Pineapple MD. 2 of those 3 will be moving on to brackets, yet to be determined. Out of the Radishes group, myself, Destiny, miraculously made first seed. Second seed... Second seed is Adam Raptors. And third seed is Marashu. In the Sparkover group, first seed is Ziggy. Second seed is F. Coughlin. And third seed is Mr. Aaron to you too here.
Also miraculously.
Going down then to the Gold Grinds group, number 1 seed Arn Pauly, second seed Cherno, third seed Yakko Wacko. In the Princess Magidrek group, number 1 seed is Dreff, second seed is Nest Cardinality, and third seed is the American Dweem. In the Murder Bats group, first seed is Mikey Dies a Lot, second seed is Smashy, and the third seed is Sausage Link. In the Demon Knight group, first seed is Ryguy, second seed Kikolas, third seed Pav. And last in the Yolomore group, going on to brackets, number 1 seed Brian Williams, second seed DK, third seed Archfield. Congratulations to the 30 players who have made it to brackets.
Yeah, and there's a mix of some older players, some not big surprises, some surprises. Some people did a little worse than maybe you would have expected. Some people did better, and we get to see in brackets how that all turns out. So here is a look at our brackets. It is almost essentially the exact same as last year. I did make a small change because what we are going to do, we do not have any fun sort of in-game mechanic thing that we're going to do like we have in the past. Instead, we're just going to spin a wheel straight out for positions, and we will start with Group A, or we will start with who fills in the A slot, excuse me. So the first name we draw will go, the first seed will go into A1, the second seed will go into A2, the third seed will go into A3. As a result of this means the buys will be revealed on the 3rd and 9th spins. So we're going to have a little bit of, I don't know, we're going to make everybody wait for that other buy just for a little bit. So as you can see, the bracket has been designed so that you do not face anyone you have faced before, i.e. someone you faced in group stage, until at least the semifinals. If not the finals. It can't just be the finals because there's 3 people and there's only 2 people get to the finals. So obviously some of our 1 seeds are here, going to be hoping for that bye, but the way it works, the top seed only has a 20% chance of getting the bye because there's 10 of them and only 2 buys. Then the remaining 1 seeds, the 8 will play 3 seeds. If you are a 3 seed, you have an 80% chance of playing a 1 seed, or a 20% chance of playing a 2 seed. And if you're a 2 seed, you have an 80% chance of playing another 2 seed and a 20% chance of playing a 3 seed. So it's pretty difficult to get very far in brackets without facing somebody who is extraordinarily good at DWR, because there are so many people who are extraordinarily good at DWR. That said, here is our wheel. And I'm going to shuffle it before we start. You can see me shuffling. Every day I be shuffling. And we're going to go ahead and spin it. And whichever group this is will be into the A slot on the brackets. There we go.
And it's the Fun Police group.
All right, so we can go ahead and drag them over. I did that wrong. Let's undo that and try it again. I forgot I made it so I didn't have to put the group name. There's a problem with it for some reason. I think one of my references is wrong. No, it's not. Okay, I see what the problem is. I see what the problem is. It's very specifically one field was wrong. There, it's fixed. No more problems. No worries. I just failed to move the field when I did that. So, and I put you in the wrong line.
Yep, they're populating over to the C's instead of the A's.
Yeah, I forgot to move this, so I know how to fix this. This will be no problem whatsoever. They should go to the A slots. There we go.
Perfect. Way to go, Aaron.
I'm a genius. Yes, we did it.
So it really doesn't give us any doesn't really give us any information at the moment here as we take a look, but this is how it's going to fill in. So the A role was the Fun Police, so the top seed in that group was Angel, gets filled into the A1 slot. Beta was the second seed, gets filled into the A2 slot, and Silly Debit was the third seed in Fun Police, so he gets filled into the A3 slot. And then next we're going to roll the Bs and so on and so forth until we fill the brackets.
All right, so here we go. Group B, which I will remember where to click it, hopefully this time. Let's shuffle again. Always be shuffling. And go. I hope you like this song. You're going to hear it a lot. There we
It's
go.
the radishes.
So that group, I believe we know who the winner of that group was.
So that's going to be myself, Destiny. The number 1 seed gets filled in. Number 2 seed out of the radishes group, Atom Raptors. Number 3, Murashu.
All right, I believe you have the longest name of everyone in the tournament. I could have abbreviated it, and I chose not to for this very specific reason. Okay.
Destiny of a ridiculously long username. I'm fully aware.
Yeah, so, okay, we're going to move on to, this is our first buy. Our first buy opportunity. Whichever group this is, the winner of that group will get a buy. So, let's hit that shuffle button a few times, and let's spin. That is the Murder Rats group. Sorry, that might not have been super obvious.
It creeped right over I thought it was going to stop on the He's Still Here group, but it kept on spinning just a little bit over to the Murder Bats. So that means Mikey gets one of our 2 buys. GG's Mikey moves right on to the Sweet 16 of brackets. The second seed out of that group is Smashy, and the third seed out of there is Sassage.
Yeah, exciting to see. Mikey is rewarded for going undefeated. I think he is only one of... Is he the only person who went 6-0? Yes, because everyone else who had to play 6 matches at least lost one. So, in a sense, that makes sense, but we don't, that isn't how it works. So, congratulations to Mikey. He gets 2 weeks off, or 2 weeks of nervous worry and wait. And now we spin for the D. That is the...
He's still here.
There we go. So let's hide that and move them over to...
And this is going to give us some of our first matchup information. So Diabetes, the number 1 seed out of He's Still Here, Hoodie, the number 2 seed, and Virilis, the number 3 seed. So we see a couple of those matchups starting to fill in.
And that matchup in particular between Hoodie and Atom Raptors is crazy because those are 2 people who easily could win a group. And they are matching up right in the first round. And, okay, so the next letter up will be the letter E. Let's see which group gets put into that one.
It's the Gold Grind group.
All right. So going into the E slot is the Gold Grind group, led by Arn Pulley, Chirno, and Yakko Wacko. And we do have another matchup fully formed as Arnpuli and Marashu will be facing each other in the first round there in the Southeast Quadrant.
We also had a matchup from the previous roll, Diabetes versus Sausage on that side.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to be getting a lot of them coming quick. We're halfway done, and there aren't too many places you can put people without there being a matchup left. So things are going to get even more tense. There are 5 top seeds still hoping to get that one bye. Maybe hoping. Maybe they want pure brutality. We'll see. But here we go for the letter F. Ziggy, what did you do?
Ziggy manipulates the wheel. Come on. No, just kidding. It's the Sparkover group, which does have Ziggy, the number 1 seed, Fred Coughlin as the number 2 seed, and Aaron 2U2 as the number 3 seed, dropping those in. Oh my, Aaron, you had to say something before we went live, didn't you?
I said it would be funny if we wound up drawing each other. And that's what happened. So there we go. I have no particular comments about this matchup. I need to practice.
Whatever happens, I blame you.
All right, and then no other immediate matchups at this point. Yeah, somebody mentioning F for F Coughlin. That happens too. So, and Ziggy, of course, posted the F in chat, and that's what we got. So he called his own shot, for better or worse. Now, let's move on to the letter G. 4 to go.
It's the YOLOmore group. Even though I wasn't in that group, I know a thing or two about YOLOmores in this tournament. So that's going to be the number 1 seed, Brian Williams, number 2 seed of that group, DK, and number 3 seed, Archfield Monk. Let's see how those drop in here. We're going to get Brian Williams versus Vrylis, DK versus F. Coughlin, and Archfield versus Smashy.
Yeah, all matches that are in there. And this is it's going to be interesting. This is the group where, if you look at the top 3, these are, I mean, DK and Archfield have routinely won groups, or, well, Archfield hasn't actually won a group, but he's been like a top async runner before and has made some progress. So, but going against Smashy, who again's been 3rd place in the tournament before. DK, a previous winner, the current defending Winter League champ, also winner of the ASAS, going against F. Coughlin. And Vrylis, in his first tournament, going against Brian Williams, who's in his first tournament in almost 5 years, since he finished in 2nd place back in 2021. Yes, not Vrylis' first tournament. First brackets, excuse me. I didn't seem to say that wrong. He was in here last year.
We're getting some interesting matchups. Only 3 groups left to assign.
All right, this is for spot H. Let's go.
Aaron, we might have some technical difficulties. I don't see anything here. It's just darkness. It's a black square. What does that mean?
Means we have a demon knight in a cave, and you actually got me. I was panicking for a second to make sure my stream didn't cut. There we go. So dropping
You
into
can't see them. So that's the Demon Knight group. Rye Guy, the 1st seed. Kigalis, seed number 2, and Pav, seed number 3, getting dropped in.
So we see.
So that means, go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, as I say, we have Kigalis versus Cherno. Cherno in his first tournament. Kigalis in his first brackets, but he is a longtime veteran of DWR. That should be a really fun matchup. and then Rye Guy pulling Silly Dabbit in the first round. Dabbit having just he had to go through a pretty difficult group with Beta and Angel at the top, and his reward is going up against the and Rye Guy, who won his group and also a finalist in Winter League. I believe he finished third place, so it's not going to be an easier path forward. And yeah, that leaves two groups, and one of those groups, does interestingly have Nest Cardinality as the 2 seed, so we could have some brutality here, depending on how this matches up. We are going to spin for Group I. This is the group that will get the bye. I will go ahead and fill in J right afterward because we know what it is. Although I assume some people want to see the wheel spun again anyway. Doesn't really shuffle too much.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Thank you, Nightbot.
It's the Poltergeist group.
All right. I'm just going to go ahead and spin this right now since you guys are calling for it. I'm hitting shuffle. Nothing's happening, but there you go.
Oh, what a surprise. It's the Princess Magic Direct group. I never would have guessed.
Okay. So something happened to my screen and I lost part of the bottom. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. I guess I didn't have enough things clicked on there. So we had the Poltergeist group in slot I. So let's go ahead and throw that in there. And we'll go ahead, let's just talk about it really quick. So Slamu with the bye. The second seed from the Poltergeist group will get to play Pav, and the third seed from the Poltergeist group gets to play Angel. It will not let me spin without anything on there. Sorry, Jacober. So there's a sense in which if you don't finish first in that race, you're going up against Angel or you're out. And those are going to be some scary situations.
That play-in race just got even more interesting, I believe. Good luck to all 3 participants.
And the final group, the Princess Magidrat group, has been assigned. That is in the J slot, which means Juif is facing Yakko Wacko, Dweem is facing Ziggy, and we have Beta Strep versus Nest Cardinality in the first round. Wow.
I think Beta called that at least a couple of spins ago. It's how the wheel determined things here today.
Yeah, and I did a few practice ones of these on stream just to kind of show up, and that was definitely a concern that something like this could happen. However, you could always say this is what happens when you don't just win your group, but groups are hard. It's pretty hard to do. So yeah, this will be I think the first time Beta and Nescar have faced off in a standard tournament. That should be very interesting to see. And I'm trying to think if we have any other previously done matchups. So maybe not, but this is a pretty stacked bracket. Again, it's going to be very difficult to get through 1, let alone 2 rounds. Usually when we get to the round of 8, it's just all, straight up killers left.
RNG decides a lot of races at this point, or a few decisions here and there that could go either way. It gets very exciting. Any little slip up or miscalculation can be costly against the tough competition. Everyone here definitely accomplished getting into brackets here out of tough group races, and it's going to just get tougher as we go along. A lot of awesome competition and races to look forward to. This is exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. We will hopefully have a challenge ready in the next I don't know if we'll have it done by tonight, but hopefully by tomorrow. You are free to start scheduling your races, although you cannot schedule them tonight because the rules say it starts tomorrow. And honestly, if you do it tonight, we're not going to be able to get anything around for you anyway. So uh, you will have 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 12:01. Okay, damn it. You'll have 2 weeks to schedule your races. We will eventually have something set up in the scheduler for it. That's another thing that we can't do right away. I don't know how available F. Coughlin is at this exact moment to do it because I think he's the one that has to throw them all in there. Again, thanks to Fred Coughlin for setting up the stuff for me. Excuse me, for us, for me, to get ready. And yeah, just looking at these matchups, there's some crazy difficult matchups. There's some very interesting if certain people get past the first round, who's going to go up in the next round matchup. Some people have very brutal results. Some people are matched up against people who, you know, have done well enough to get in here, but just haven't proven themselves in brackets yet. But this will be their opportunity to do that.
It's always an interesting mix of experience versus newcomers, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Best 2 out of 3 each of these matchups. If someone sweeps the first 2 races, we don't need to schedule a third race. It's 2-0, and then you're done. So, looking forward to a lot of races here in the next 2 weeks out of these matchups.
Yeah, can't wait. It should be a ton of fun as we start getting into the fullness of the playoffs. Again, you will have 2 weeks, so you got a little bit of time. You don't have to do it right away, but please do not wait too long because part of the reason why we give you 2 weeks is because stuff can happen, and we want to make sure that you have ample time to schedule. If you are wondering, the tiebreaker race, I believe, the one in Poltergeist between RG365, Jay Coper, and excuse me, sorry, I saw like a coughing fit there. Between RG365, Jay Coper, and Bob Pineapple MD is Monday night. So that one, you know, Have and Angel will have to wait a little bit to schedule those, unless you just want to try to guess who you're going to play. But good luck with that. And yeah, I can't think of anything else really to say here except good luck. If as far as scheduling your races, feel free to DM the other person if you're a little worried about that, or if you've never DM'd them before. Feel free to create a thread inside of the players' room that you can drag them into, and you can discuss it there. That also works. But you know, try to do your best and to get that done. We will again. We've been mentioning this a lot. We've not been able to restream as many races as we would liked going into the tournament. We really want to get this back to where we normally see 1, maybe 2 races a night restreamed, especially now with the competition really heating up. So if you are capable, please volunteer where you can, and we would greatly appreciate it, and your fellow runners would appreciate it. Maybe especially for those who are no longer in the tournament, if you have the capability. But we also understand that some of you are just barely able to squeeze in racing, let alone doing other things like commentary. So in that case, get your friends to volunteer to commentate for you. It might sound bad, but as long as they're not being too big of a homer, we don't really care.
Yeah, definitely. We want to get as many races as possible on the official restreams. It's so much fun to have everything all together with the commentary and tracking and everyone in chat. So let's get to volunteering. If you haven't volunteered before and want to give it a shot, send a message on the Discord in the general channel or the tournament channel, and we'll get you the permissions. Or if you want a little bit of a little help to show how to get going, like how the tracker works, it's all super easy. Trust me, I'm really not that smart, and I've been able to figure out all sides of it between restreaming, commentary, and tracking. It's a lot of fun.
Indeed. I've even managed to restream a bit this year, and it's not quite as hard as I thought it would be. Not too terrible. So, yeah, schedule all your races when Brian is awake in Great Britain time, or whatever that is over there. Greenwich mean standard or something. Uh,
Plus 5 hours, plus 6 hours, whatever it is. Isn't it past your bedtime, Brian?
let's not encourage him or just I don't know. I don't want to. You make up your own mind. You're an adult. Yeah, that's it. We got nothing else to say here. Again, we'll try to get a challenge ready for you either tonight or tomorrow. Feel free to start scheduling. Although we do have to get with some people to make sure those races get into the system so that we can do that. I don't think I know how to do that myself, or I don't even think I can do it myself. So, yeah, it looks very interesting. There's no matchup that I'm not intrigued by in some way or another. And maybe it's just because I pay so much attention to everyone that I can see scenarios and real fun ones. So, yeah, and Destiny, look forward to facing you. You can schedule a match right now. No, I'm just kidding. Oh shoot. But
Good luck and have fun, everybody. Except Aaron, not you.
no, I'm gonna wish you luck. There you go.
You as well, bud. Just kidding. Give that cap out there. Good luck and have fun, Aaron, as well as everybody.
All right, and we're gonna go ahead and do a little music on the exit here, but we will see you guys in the Discord or in the races.